Mr. Mummy, a world-renowned Egyptologist named Bob Brier, who's an authority on how the ancient Egyptians preserved their dead.
I mummified a human cadaver in the ancient Egyptian way to figure out how the Egyptians did it. And there was a National Geographic special about it, and they called it Mr. Mummy. So people sort of call me Mr. Mummy. I never knew for sure if they were referring to me or the mummy. Yeah.
Bob grew up in the Bronx and still lives there in this building where he has 3 adjacent apartments filled with a huge collection of all things Egyptian. He's got more than 6,000 books, from serious research material to pulp novels with Egyptian themes.
Who's going to have the book by Elliott Smith from 1908, The Royal Mummies, that are in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo? I've got the crummy novels. Nobody's probably read the Paul Grave Mummy in 20 years except me.
He's got mummified body parts like this arm and this head.
This was a Valentine's Day present for my wife. And what's sweet about it is, it was a poor person. She couldn't afford a bracelet, couldn't afford to be buried with a bracelet, so they painted one on her wrist. That's a mummy's head, and I'm interested in studying the teeth. And if you look at it, you can see the teeth are terrible, terrible condition, her teeth.
His may well be the largest Egyptian collection in a New York apartment, and it runs the gamut from expensive artifact to kitsch and pop culture.
I don't think anybody else has the disease as badly as I do. I don't think there's another collection that's as diverse as this. Most people either have taste or they don't have taste. I sort of like it all. I go for really nice stuff, and I go for really kitschy stuff. Like my movie posters. I have loads of mummy movie posters, and they're pretty bad, but I love them. I mean, sometimes the thing is bad enough to be good. And those are the servant statues. Those are the ones that were buried in the tombs of the deceased to serve them in the next world. I'm not choosy. I like really fine things, but I also like the Egypto trash. I love the Egypto toys. I mean, these are little tiny figures that kids would play with. And I like it too. I guess I'm just a big kid, but I learn a lot from them. But sometimes it's just for the fun of it. Sometimes it's just pure whimsy. It just strikes me as that this is funny, this is wacky, I love it, and I want it.